thank you all very much, for coming back from the lunch break. Council, are we ready with witness for this afternoon?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, we are ready to start. Thank you. Mr. Usher, can you please bring in the witness?
Thank you.
I, Omar Jassey.
Nte Omar Jassey.
The Omar Jassey. Do swear.
Mbenkali lako.
Benkali lako. I'll speak the truth.
Mbeto nyale fola.
Beto nyale fola. The whole truth.
Tonya damma.
Tonya damma. And nothing but the truth.
Nte fem fola me manke tonyati.
Fem fola me manke tonyati. So help me God.
Woto alama ale ndema.
Male ndema.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness.
Council ko itinyang sedo.
Okay, baraka.
I hope you had a good lunch.
Akaya mera ye konton kendo sotole.
As you know, my name is Sagar.
Cecilia
Thomas Jahate.
Sagar Cecilia Thomas Jahate. Wole muntoti.
We've met before.
Mbentale follow nun.
I just want to go through some rules and regulations that we have here at the TRRC before you testify.
Janni be sedeyaro kala lafta sartol ning na kolu lanya ngado foye woto janni betentenna.
May I kindly remind you to speak loudly and clearly into the microphone?
Akombe hakilo bulandla isi diamu santo asisenea nibe diamu la microphone oto.
And because your testimony is going to be interpreted in different languages, please speak slowly so that the interpreters can follow what you're saying.
Kato ibina memfola kana sorla alfanal besir ne koma menu ba kana sorla na kangoluto woto nibe diamu la isa sumayandi domandi.
I will also kindly ask you to speak after I speak so that our speeches do not collide.
Ako nibe diamu la fanan isi lamoy hanfo nati diamu ta faya kango jindi. Ninga kana soru wutumo e finansina diamu pour alla diamu lu kana sele nyokan.
I'll give you a brief overview of what we're going to cover, the different topics we'll cover today in your testimony.
Akabe domanding fole fannalu kachalu be damen numala itanate tema asiwoto foye domanding.
We will go through your personal details.
Mba folola ite fango kenyale la ikomo ila kibaro itolom jumati.
Your political background and membership of the UDP party.
Ila politiko Kenya benu nyamen kata fo ila dungo UDP party okono.
We'll also go through your victimization.
Mbita lale fananga kacha yamantoro melle kang.
At the Denton Bridge incident.
Menketa Denton Bridge saro saloto.
As well as the incident in Banjul near the NIA premises.
Aning menketa Banjul NIA ilao korda dalaji.
We would also like to hear what the impact has been on your life, the torture that you endured, what impact it has had on your life.
Okola wo man toro lumenu yeke la ke tajire ya wo men sabu ila baluo kono aning ila kotengoluto.
And finally, any words of wisdom you may have for the Gambian public after the commissioners have questioned you.
Yo ne obe botala ning commissioner ye nyinin ka obe kola bandula to mbe te fana nyinin ka la ngani yo ilafta mun kibar le dila Gambian ko la ilafta munefola isina la bawo fola.
Are you ready to proceed?
Ako foy parete le bang pour kadun diamo kono.
Yes, I am ready.
What are your names?
Ito mumunni muneti.
Omar Jassey. My name is Omar Jassey.
Where do you live?
Ko ibe siri mintole.
I'm resident in Pirang.
Are you originally from Pirang?
Ako fo iwuluta Pirang ne bota jele bang.
I'm Pirang. Yes, I'm a native of Pirang. I was born in Pirang.
Are you literate?
Ako fo karantale bang kata karambungutu.
Yes, I'm literate, but in Arabic.
What is your profession, or what work do you do?
Muna mwila do kote ka balu mundo ku fasonnela.
I'm a masonry.
What is your marital status?
Ebe dame ifututale fo musutebulu.
I'm married.
Do you remember around 1994?
Ako fo hakilo bulatale 1994 sangola bang.
Yes, I remember 1994.
Can you tell us how old you were in 1994?
Fo isa fo non tole 1994 yatara iwulu sangobe sanji jelu.
I was 22 years old.
Was there any event of significance that happened around July 1994 that you know of?
ako foy bota ku kala ma men sike kukum mati men kita July karo kono 1994 sango kono.
Hakilo ku maje min kata coup d'etat 1994.
Yes, my mind can recall the coup d'etat. It happened in 1994.
Can you tell us who staged the coup d'etat that you mentioned?
Ako yin coup d'etat men na kumo fotem foy hakilo ya mutale jumale coup d'etat nyaton kaya.
Hakilo amako ya jamile coup d'etat nyaton kaya.
I can recall that the coup d'etat was led by Yaya Jammeh.
And what political party did he belong to?
Ate be politic party jumale to.
Wato mbi PPP la tono janne tol kana.
At the time, I was with the PPP before they are coming.
My question was, what political party did Yaya Jammeh belong to?
Ako ala nyinin karo munyinti Yaya Jammeh be politic party jumale kono.
Abe PPP la kono na bol ay wala coup d'etat.
Ane ako Yaya Jammeh fango ate be politic party jumale kono.
Atem soldier rolde.
He was a soldier.
Do you remember what the party that was ruling the country, do you remember what the name of that party was?
Ako patio membe banko mararin nung hakilo bulata o patio tola le bang.
PPP party la banko maraka watama.
PPP party was in government at the time.
Do you recall whether it was the AFPRC party?
Ko foi hakilo bakanko fo AFPRC party wala be mararola no tumo.
In 1994 bitin coup d'etat AFPRC la tartaje.
Yes, in 1994 after the coup d'etat it was the AFPRC.
During that time in 1994, what political party did you belong to?
Ako utumo 1994 itebe politic party jumale kono no.
Warambe PPP la no.
At the time I was in the PPP.
Do you belong to any particular political party right now?
Ako fo sayin be nyinte momento ebe politic party jumale kono.
At the moment I am in the UDP.
When did you join the UDP party?
Ako idunta UDP party kono wati jumale.
Dunda UDP party kono 1996.
I joined the UDP in 1996.
Do you remember when the UDP party was actually established?
Ako fo hakilo ya mutale UDP party ofon ya londi wati jumale.
UDP party on hakilo ya mako ya londi 1996.
I can recall that the party was established in 1996.
At that point, the party was established. Who was its leader?
Ako biriye be UDP party o londi la o wato men jumala muila nyaton koti.
La nyaton ko lawyer Hussein Dabo.
The leader was lawyer Hussein Dabo.
In 1996, do you remember any significant event that was to happen around that time in 1996?
Ako 1996 sango kono foi hakilo se amuta ban fo kukuma do si soto mense ke wasango kono ete hakilo si memma.
Hakilo amako 1996 kate fo yenda kelanu.
I can recall that in 1996 there was supposed to be an election.
Can you tell us what kind of election?
Ako foi sa fo no nye mun carte fay façon nem.
President carte fo yenda kelanu.
There was to be a presidential election.
Do you remember if this was the first time a democratic election was being held after the coup?
Ako foi hakilo ba mutala ko wolem sinya foloti carte fo be kala democracy la silo kan coup d'etat kola.
Wolem sinya foloti.
Yes, that would be the first time.
Do you know any other opposition parties that were in existence at the time?
Ako foi bota kala male bang wo tembo fo politique party opposition dolu be kerine no wotumo bang.
Hakilo politique party dol parliament be kerin.
Yes, I can recall some of the political parties that existed at the time.
Please tell us.
Bo akoy sa fonye ite hakilo e menuma.
Bado NRP be kerin.
At the time there was the NRP.
NCP be kerin.
There was also the NCP.
And the UDP.
And the UDP.
Which opposition political party would you say was the strongest amongst these?
Ako tembo ete ba fula ko opposition party olukono jumale sembo warte beti.
Wato UDP le sembo warte beti.
At the time UDP was the stronger party.
Why was it the strongest party?
Ako munana ataketa party oti UDP men sembo warta party dolti.
Wato mo jama lafta tella wala na sembo warta.
At the time, so many people were liked the UDP, which was why it was the strongest.
Was it capable of challenging the APRC's rule over the country?
Ako utumo fo UDP ya sembo sotole puruka law APRC nyato karte fayola.
Yes.
Just before the 1996 presidential elections, did the UDP embark on any political campaign?
Ko janning 1996 carte fayo fo be kala president carte fayo nyi. Fo UDP dun ye campaign kele wolem ka bankota ma puruka carte nyi molugulu.
Ay campagne kele.
Yes, they went on a campaign.
Please describe what campaign was being held by the UDP at this time.
Ako fo si fem fo no nyele wo campaign mun campaign façon ne UDP be men nanu wotumo.
UDP be president carte fo la ka banko be round pour ka president carte fo yinke.
The UDP took part in the campaign for the presidential elections to traverse the whole country in preparation for the elections.
Did you personally take part in that political campaign?
Ako foite fango ma betale wo politic campaign o kono bang?
Ma betale.
Yes, I witnessed it.
Do you remember attending any particular meeting during this time?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale kam isima be bengulu menuto politic bengulu menuto o tembo.
O tembo be on kata daw dan kata je bo mbe rawno nyin kono le.
At that time, wherever a meeting was held, I was there because I was always present.
Was a meeting also held in your own area?
Ako fo meeting soto tale ye menke ite fango bota dame ma fango la fo meeting kijela bang?
Meeting kejele janin kata.
Yes, there was a meeting there before we left.
And how long did the campaign last? This tour around the country, how long did it last?
Atella o tamantama o campaign tamantama o banko kan ay wati jelle yirikota.
Nang hakilo mambo da lokum fula osile.
If I can recall well, it almost took two weeks.
And around what time was this?
Andung awato tembeta wati jumale fe wotumo.
Benta no September kono.
It was in the month of September.
And how far away were the presidential elections at this time?
Wotembo campaigno ning President Karte Fayo tema e temo jamfobe nyadi le wotumo.
Temo jamfa lokum fula kala sabaka bo sila.
There was almost 2 to 3 week gap between that time and the elections.
So it wasn't very far from the presidential elections.
Ako woto a manke kuti menjam fata President Karte Fayo la wotumo.
Yes.
Apart from lawyer Usainu Dabo, who was actually standing up for the presidential seat, do you remember any other members of the executive of the UDP party attending this campaign?
Ako hana manke lawyer Usainu Damanti me yalonko atelbe patio nyaton kala fo patio la alfa kuma kotendolu bijele men yalonko itata ko nyinkono.
Party la modol bi jante be to fono ban sa modantan to fono je.
Yes, there were other members of the party. I cannot name them all, but I can tell you a few names.
Please tell us those you can remember.
Afonye ite hakilo si mennu mutano.
Akilo kemesen jamme.
I can recall Kemesen Jamme,
Anin single nyas.
and Single Nyasi. They were there.
Do you remember one Amadou Sane being there?
Ako foi hakilo si buta mola ikafome yenu Amadou Sane fafana mbijele ba.
Amad Sana afana be UDP kono ba campagne nyin kono campagne la ba lon tenata taje.
Yes, he's a member of the UDP, but during the campaign, I only got to see him at the tail end of the campaign.
So he joined you at a later part of the campaign?
Ako amunta akafuta teluma campaigno bandula mafangole bang.
Pato lon te aje.
That was when I saw him.
As a member of the UDP party, did you belong to any particular group?
Ako ebe UDP party okono. Fodun kafudolle be party nyim fanan kono etebe kafolu menu kono.
Ndebe kafo ina fodnike kafo la kono.
Yes, I was in the youth group.
Did the youth group have any particular role during rallies and campaigns?
Atella funding ke bunda nyeng fodun ali lodula le soto al kamenu tamandi wala ali nyanta men tamandi la campaigno nyin kono ba.
Yes, we had our responsibility.
Please explain what these responsibilities were.
Afonyeng atel woto wotumo atelaw lodulalu muneti.
Dol lord la min de party nyon kono wo time o campagne wato dol mu support hallede.
Well, at that time, we were supporters.
Dol ka sabarol le kosi.
We used to
kadulal
beat drums
kadulal kidimande.
and make the place lively.
Woka model sabanan pour kana party.
You know, that used to entice other people to join.
Did you engage in singing and dancing?
Ako fo al kadonkilla nin dongo fanankele bang.
Angol kaje.
Yes, we do all those.
What about any political slogans?
Fodung aliye politiko sandolu soton alika sandolu menu for politiko la karola.
Dol woka kadenkilo la dron.
For us, we sing songs.
How were you transported during this tour around the country?
Alila tarangulu muneti albe utamantama la banko kantu mumena alikata nyadi le munekata la tamarangulti.
Modol bebul dol moto men kono moto balé.
We had vehicles, and the vehicle that we were in was a big vehicle.
Could you tell us how many vehicles there were?
Faisa fono nyella bang moto jelle benung Allah silo kang.
Don be silo ka siata lenta be fono la.
The vehicles that we had were many. I cannot name them all.
Did many UDP supporters partake in this particular campaign?
Ako for UDP no lanka jamal le tata wo tamantama wala wo campaign okon.
Siata.
Yes, there were many.
Can you tell us how you were dressed, for example, when you engaged in this campaign?
Alka akoy sa fono nyeng alka mum fem feto fata façon nule dung wato men albe o campaign la.
Dol ka party le ti sato le dung ngol ka campagne ro fa banta.
We used to wear party T-shirts, and that was what we used for the entire campaign.
Nala flakol.
And its flag.
Anim banol.
And the bands.
Was there any particular color that was also displayed?
Kuloro fanambe fengulu konole alka kuloro me yitande ko pati ula kuloro munyineti.
Nere mungo.
Yes, yellow color.
And were these banners and flags, how were they displayed?
Allawo banderolu nin drapolu alkawlu fintindi nyadi le ke yitandi.
Nke wulindi santo le mol keje ke finjam santo.
We used to raise them up in the air so that people see them, and we also wave them.
In which particular vehicle were you being transported in during the campaign?
Ako itebe moto fason juma le kono moto juma watu men albe utani nala o campaign kono.
Debe moto bale kono.
I was in the big vehicle.
And the group of people that were in this vehicle, were they called by any particular name?
Ako kafo molu membe o moto kono o moto foye to soto le bang ikumandi men.
To soto le ka foye democracy.
Yes, they had a name. They used to call them democracy.
And where was democracy in the convoy of vehicles?
Ako democracy katara moto le minto mafana katara koma le bang wairi moto jamale ka jonjulu bulanyo noma. Democracy moto nyate katara minto mafanne.
Democracy moto katara moto le koma le.
Democracy vehicle used to be behind the vehicles.
During the political campaign, did anything unusual happen in any of the regions that you visited?
Akali bota mantama wala tumumenna. Fo kusi ke bang dinkiral to kata me yalon ko asike tere makuti wala mem mandali kila.
Yes, things happened along the way before we returned.
Please explain to us what happened.
Afonye mune keta minto la keta nyadile.
On our way back, we came up to Jara.
Jara Sankuya.
Jara Sankule. Sankuya. We had a problem in Jara Karantaba. We had a problem with some of the APRC youth that were in that place. We were coming, so they stood in front of us and they had stones and they were throwing them at us. So when they threw stones at us, we also alighted and we followed them and we had a scuffle.
bundro ni nata ke fo modol barmata kono bad nate e bayi kabrin bundro ni sembu wata ko tol siatal.
We were stoning each other there, but we overcame them and we drove them away. Yes.
Did the stone throwing cause any damage?
Ako berefayo dum fay tinyari kele bang.
Ina moto dol werol tay.
Yes, some of the windscreens of our vehicles were broken.
Dol fula biren dunte no ma suwol ko bo biren e baye dunta suwol kon fana berol fayja mo la palanterol tay werol tay je.
So we also pursued them because when we drove them, they ran into homes, and we pursued them into their houses, and we also threw stones and broke some of their windows.
Apart from this incident, can you tell us any other significant incidents that happened after this?
O karanta ba ko kola fo kudo sotontale menketa o silo kambang Allah o tama silo kam.
Kudol soto min keta biren boda karanda wa nada jamma fa nada promotion jamma fa nda hakilo mimma.
Yes, other things happened. So when we left, we came to this end.
Which end are you referring to?
Ibe min to ma fanne ma ne ko birin nata jamma fa ngola.
Jamma fa saro Denton Bridge.
This side, Denton Bridge.
Was this on the 22nd day of September, 1995?
Ako nyimmo September karotil mu anim fuloleti ba 1995 sango kono.
Yes.
And this was after Amadou Sane had actually joined the I'm getting my tongue twisted.
You taught him.
The transportation convoy. Was this after Amadou Sane had actually joined the convoy?
Ako be kelatu men fo yatare wato len Amadou Sane kafutali mabang wa yatare la be kafo kono.
Yes, at that time he was with the group.
Kindly tell us what happened when you got to Denton Bridge.
Afonyeng bitung muneketa Denton Bridge saro saloto je.
We left these ends, we went up to Denton Bridge, Saro. When we arrived, we saw that there were some vehicles that were taking a U-turn. Because our vehicle, the big vehicle, was behind. The vehicles that were leading the convoys stopped, and some of the people were already have already alighted, and the vehicles were being forced to take a U-turn, heading back. So our vehicle went up to there, and then it was stopped because they were looking for our vehicle. So when the vehicle arrived, they stopped it and gave an order that we should disembark from the vehicle. So people started alighting. And then they ordered us again to board the vehicle. We boarded. We heard some of them saying, let's throw petrol on the vehicle and set it alight. Some were saying, no, let's not do that. Let's just push them into the sea.
Can you tell us who was actually having this conversation with whom?
There
were many people there, but the only person that I can recognize was Yankubo Toure.
And what was Yankubo Toure saying?
Yankubo Toure said that let them set us on the vehicle, set the vehicle alight with us in there.
And what particular role did he seem to have, or what particular role did he appear to have?
Tembo atebe mun kule tamandika atebe lori mune kuka wotuma bemen tamandika.
He was shouting, telling them to set the vehicle alight. He was going forth and back.
Are you saying he was giving orders?
Yes, at that instance, what we saw, he was the one giving the orders.
Did he appear to be leading the group of soldiers at Denton Bridge?
So akwa bekole ko fo atelemu sojarulu nyaton koti bang menube o saro saloto je utembo.
Yes, at the time he was the one there.
How did you know it was Yankubo Toure?
Yalo nyadi leko nyino mu Yankubo Toure fangoti.
Yankuba Toure nga sude mol kono because he told them what the mina anko told them kudeta nya don called.
I can make out Yankuba Toure from a crowd because he's amongst the people who executed the coup.
Have you seen him before?
ako foya jele ban jannin wolum
Janin kudeta ka si nena majero ba birin kudeta ka dan kaje dulal to kaje newspaper balan kaje dulal.
Before the coup d'etat, I did not see him, but after the coup d'etat, I used to see him on the newspapers and in other places.
What time was it when you got to Denton Bridge?
albe futala dentin bridge wato men saro saloto ya mera montoro wati obe tembe jumal to tumo
Bado meterla talan kono ndo kara talantang.
That would be between 9 and 10 p.m.
So that would be at night and it was dark.
ako to tembo wayatara obekela sutol ti alundi bobe dundi
Yeah.
Yes.
How were you able to see Yankuba Toure in the dark?
ako silandu wodi bo kono ye yankuba ture jeno nyaadile
La be moto le lambo moto be siarin je lampo o marlen dulabe moto lampo o marlen dulabe so momo be ni amari lonto e ka sutele.
The place was filled with vehicles and their headlights were on, so if you knew anybody, if you saw them at that time, you could be able to recognize them.
And how far away from you was he standing?
ako yankuba bedamen anatel bedamen wo tembo altemo be jamfari nyola nyaadile
Demo man jamfanya man tambi 10 meters la.
We were not far apart, not even up to 10 meters.
Do you remember what he was wearing?
ako foy hakilo ya mutale abe ay mune dum wo tembo
Hakilo amala faresi ba minka.
Yes, I can recall.
Please tell us.
afonyang abe ay mune dum tumo
Ay fatarol dum fatara denni ko. Anin 3/4 anin sandalo.
Okay, he had 3 quarters and he had sandals with a woven cloth.
What were the other soldiers around him? How were they dressed? Or what were they dressed in?
ako sojar dolu menu bije wole mum fem façon nule dum
Wala sojare en famol la dum.
Those were dressed in military uniform.
Did they have any weapons?
ako fo joram be wolu bulo kono le num wotumo bang
Kido be bulle.
Yes, they had guns.
Any other kind of weapons?
fo joran do
Battle
façon do
guns.
bijele men nin kidolu tekkelinti bang
Doko be dol bulu.
Some had, yes, some had sticks,
Wala pipe also.
some had pipes.
You mentioned previously that your car or your vehicle was actually targeted, which contained a group of people called Democracy. Can you give us a reason why your particular vehicle was targeted amongst all the others?
ako wayri moto jamale bije andu atelbe moto men kono ka fole démocratie munan na itela miro to nyil balla moto nyinen kan wayri koy balla moto ibatel nyinen kan ne wotumo
Dollo moto mi alon ko kama nkadula dunde bakele.
Our vehicle was the vehicle that used to make the place groovy.
Dara dawda kaje dundla mo jama mo na moto la ko kam na mo jama fana kana patio ko.
And wherever we go, because of the groove environment we used to create, that makes a lot of people come to join, to partake in the rallies.
What was the membership of the group? I mean, what kind of people did you have in the group? Were there elders, for example, children, women? Can you tell us what kind of people were in that group?
ako sa fo no nyemu mo façon nule be wo kafo kono fondin kewlem fo dindingulu musolu sunkutundingulu kambandingulu abe nyaadi le jumo façon juma nyole be moto kono
Dollo moto kono fonninkel la siata je bake.
Our vehicle, the occupants were mostly the youth.
Innol bije bol man siya ni muso fana man tami muso fulala min bije.
They were children, but they are not many. There were also women, but there would not be more than 2.
Ul fana mo sunkuto le te manke musike wal.
Some, yeah, they were girls, not old ladies, they were girls.
Can you give us the names of anybody that you remember who was on that vehicle?
fo o molu men be ali fe moto kono je fo isi hakilo sibula no mola isi men to fo no jang
An hakilo sa mo dantam manol sa min to fono.
Yes, I can recall a few people whose names I can mention here.
Abiro sedi bije.
Kaburo Seri was there,
Wandi Jawara.
Wandi Jawara.
Ndom defang dom abije Usman Jassey.
My own brother was there, Usman Jassey.
Fode Sano.
Fode Sano,
Musa Fofana.
Usa Fofana,
Usman Fofana. Seattle mo min bije nte be to fono.
We were many, the people that were there. I cannot name them all.
How old was your brother at this time?
ila o do ma men bije ya mira we sanji jelle soto no ngotumo
Ada stano sanyi tanin sei.
He would be above 18 years.
The people that you mentioned, were they all around your age group?
Yemen no to foten fol nite be mu fula nyomal leti bang.
Dol bien siata wala dol bien siata ndile.
Yes, there were some that I was older than, but there were also others who were older than me.
Do you remember any elderly people on your vehicle?
Fo hakilo se bula nyin nako fo Allah ka fo kuno fo ke bala molu dolu fanan bali kono le bang.
Awla nyin wandi jawara mu kamin fara ta muke bala mola.
Yes, this Wandi Jawara I am saying, I was an elderly person.
Anim 4 days sano.
And 4 days sano.
Dol be moto kono mo be bijente me be tolon tanga tokel fonga ba mom mo be tolo moto kono. Dol be jewul siata wol fongatil.
There were people in the vehicle who were older than those two, but I did not know them. In fact, for the whole of the campaign, I did not get to know them.
Apart from your vehicle, were there other vehicles that were also packed?
Fo atella moto kola moto dolu fanalo bijele ye mennu londi wolum silo kanje.
Moto dol bijele min londi.
Yes, there were other vehicles that they stopped, many vehicles.
Can you remember a number?
Fo hakilo si amutano le moto jellem.
Moto min londi hakilo ta mala moto nangam jello bari moto do bije na jalo fang bolo kono.
I cannot recall the number of vehicles there, but there was one which had our drummer.
Bute boy.
They call him Bute boy.
You mentioned that once you got to Denton Bridge, you were asked to alight from the vehicle. You were then asked to go back into the vehicle whilst the leadership of the soldiers were discussing what to do with you. You mentioned that Yankuba Toure was suggesting that the vehicle should be lighted, and then others were also suggesting that perhaps it should be driven into the sea with all of you inside. Can you tell us what eventually happened? How did the discussion end?
Ako alfutata saro tumo mena saro salo to Denton Bridge. Tumo iko aliyeji moto kono. Alijita moto kono ina tafo kotake aliye muru moto kono. Alnata muru moto kono. Dolu bafula puru ye alamoto mala. Dolu bafula puru ye alamoto nyori aibula bakono. Weatara ni itelidam mangolo be dia mukang. So akuna talaba nyadi lewo dia mulu kola.
After those negotiations, we were asked to disembark again. When we all alighted, they took us to one particular spot. I jumped from the other side of the vehicle. I was attempting to escape because some had jumped and they had escaped. So while I was trying to escape running, I met up with a soldier and he pointed a pistol at me and he said to me, "If you run, I'm going to shoot you."
When he reached me, he kicked me on my groins.
So I fell. So when I fell, he held me at the back on my trousers and took me. He dragged me along across the road. And I was joined with those that were captured. So when we arrived, they told me to lie down. They were kicking us and hitting us with gun butts and telling us, lie down. They undressed us, removed all our shirts. We were naked. They took all of our shoes. They lit a fire and threw them all in. So we lay like that.
The soldiers, how did they appear to you? What appearance did they have?
Ako sojarolo itala jeroto yeje nyadile fintital kan nyadile be mum la manakibo be nyadile.
At that time, the way they were like, it's like some of them were not themselves. Because many of them were drunk. So they will hit you however they wish without considering anything.
And what were they using to hit you?
Ikali lipanum munela.
Kabiri ngalle kalle pa ni pipe wala.
When we laid down, they were hitting us with the pipes.
Dol kado yiru bulo le katne kalle pa wala.
Some took off branches from trees and we were using them to beat us.
Ani la samadoli ben kikla. Karol do
And they were kicking us with their boots on our sides.
Kalong kanga katake ke dong kanga
And
katartama.
they were walking on us, stomping on us.
Buga jibe ko mudini ni muke balde kaka bella.
They never considered whether this was a child or an old person. They did that to everyone.
Did you suffer any injuries as a result of the torture?
Ako wotlimbali akulu konoje fo ite barama soto le menkete la bangi barama ta wala man tora do soto ji.
Ah, barmol ni so ramballe.
Yes, I had injuries on me.
Barmol so ramballe on kol do anen dulal do. Dulal dama biye barmol so
My back and other parts of my body.
O kola
I
na
have
ra fil
injuries.
na kon siso problem ben siso balale.
And I'm feeling also that I have a problem with my chest.
Siso ansa obe o problem ben na an bit jamen fura ben na.
My chest, I still have that problem. Even where I am now, I still have the problem with my chest.
Please tell us what problem you have with your chest.
Afonya mu kole akule be isisoto me ya lon ko e kafoteng.
Siso niyo ka fale. Nin tabata janni jando niyo ka fa.
I used to get tired when I walk short distance. I get tired,
Ade nan ka doko men fanka min kala maso ya doko dembe ko fanka no correct kun kan ka kan nyamen.
which is making my work, I'm a masonry, almost impossible. I cannot do it as I used to do it before.
Because dola doko dunu sekol sigar wala dunu kulimo.
Because my work is it has to do with lifting and lifting heavy material.
Mika keno ba ka kol lafta nyamen.
So now I cannot do it as well as I would have wanted.
Just describe the kind of wounds that you also had on your back.
Afonyang ibalo bala ikoto ikodamen nu baramata mum barama fason nu leketaji.
Barama bosole barama dal min ke je wala bije wala baramata wala to je lol ka boje.
The places that I was wounded by the sticks and I bled. That are the areas that are pinning me.
Ar wol be na da kende an siso don na problem mot.
But all those wounds eventually healed. But the only problem now is with my chest.
What about the others who were with you? What kind of injuries did they suffer?
Ini menu be silo kan waira le bedunta o kole yakini mo kono ila mi roroto loli mum barama fason nu le soto ila jeroto.
You mentioned Kabiro Sani,
Ya kabiro sane tofo.
Fandi Jawara,
Fandin Jawara,
Usman Jassey,
Usman Jassey,
Fode Sano,
Fode Sano,
Musa Fofana,
Musa Fofana,
and Siaka Fofana.
anin Siaka Fofana.
Usman Fofana.
Usman Fofana. Ah, yeah, okay.
We apologize, sorry, that was a mistake.
Ako mo filolti si haketu. Sai ayanyinin kanyela fo wo mu wol fanale mum barama fason nu le soto.
Fana baramata le wande fa o amanna o to manna balu ko take.
They were also wounded, and in fact, one day could not survive the injury.
Because ade bira bato le parola manna jada ke da so ko take.
Because after that beating, he could not have good health anymore.
Aka kende ala sasa na data officer na biye fo sanji saba sanji na ndo afna ala nata wato si.
Sometimes he will be healed, but after a while he would get sick again, and it took him 3-4 years, and he could not sustain. He could not survive.
So what happened to him?
Ako mune na take wala.
Wanda fatale manna balu.
One day died.
Do you believe that his death was as a result of the torture that he actually went through?
Ako fay lata la ko woli parolu men ketala o tajire ya me ya kala fole ketala sa ya sababu tiba.
Ande aka wala wo janne wo ke wo sasa siba be ka soro.
Yes, that's my belief, because before that he was not experiencing that kind of sickness.
Just going back to Yankuba Ture at the bridge,
Kamuru yankuba ture la kuwa kan saloto je.
you've given testimony to say that he appeared to be leading that group.
Yenyim foko aketanya men amunta dala atele mo kafo nyato nkoti.
You also mentioned that he was a minister during the AFPRC regime.
Yenyim foko andu otumu minister le mwati AFPRC la mararo kono otumu.
Kindly tell us who the leader of the AFPRC regime was.
Fesa fono nye AFPRC mansa kunda jumala mwa nyato nkoti.
AFPRC man sekonde nyaton ko no ya jamelde.
The head of the AFPRC government was Yaya Jammeh.
Do you know who Yankuba Toure was receiving his instructions from?
ako foya long yanyin lon na bang ko Yankuba Toure ate fananka o kangolu menu fo wonya fo dole fananka o kangol diyate la bang pra etama wala
an dolla miro to ngaje ko ala fa afnaka countana ya jamel bulo.
Well, in our thinking, we believe that he was getting his orders also from Yaya Jammeh.
Apart from Yankuba Toure, were there other members of the AFPRC government at Denton Bridge? Do you remember anyone being there?
ako fo Yankuba Toure kola AFPRC man sakunda law nyaton ko lukuno fo modo fanan nata sotole mentarta saloto je ban Yankuba Toure kola
Ha mol ya fanon ko modol soto la bari alon te man wolu me long me sude mol ko bal soja jamal bije nyaton ka jamal bije.
Yes, they said there were others, but I could not recognize anyone. I do not know them.
Because wakola nata moy ko Edward bije la.
Because after that, I got to hear that Edward was also there.
Nata almamo mane fana tomo ka fana bije.
I also got to hear the name of Almamo Mane, that he was also there.
Fara jam fana eno fana bije.
FRI Jammeh was also there.
But you did not actually see them?
ako bari image ye tole moy do ya moy le do bara manke ko e fango yeji
The only person you
Yes.
actually saw was Yankuba Toure?
amonta yemenje yemen sute wala keta Yankuba Toure
Yes.
After you were tortured at Denton Bridge, what happened next?
riye o tajire ya kala Denton Bridge saro saloto je mune nata ke o kola
Okola inata mbulane moto kono le yen samba banjul.
After that, we were boarded onto a vehicle and taken to Banjul.
Before we go to Banjul, I'd just like to take you back. My apologies. You refer to Edward.
ako jalinga tentem banyunu ko kan mbe murun la komodo wandi se hekatu ya Edward la kumofo
Yes, which Edward are you referring to?
ibe Edward Jumale ma
Edward Singate.
Edward Singate.
And who was he?
utumo ate mumuneti
Panam no minister.
He was also a minister.
Do you remember what position, what ministry he actually led?
fo hakilo ya mutale bang ate ay minister bunda Jumale mara utumo
Ning haglo mambo nga telon defense minister.
If I do not forget, I think he was handling the defense portfolio.
What about Almamo Mane?
almamo mane dum fo hakilo ya mutata be place Jumal tunu
Ani mate la palasolo.
No, I do not know his position.
What about FRI Jammeh?
FRI Jammeh dum fo yalon ne ate be place Jumal tunu utumo
Otama atelo inspector general.
At that time, he was the Inspector General.
You said you were put on board a truck after the torture, heading to Banjul. Is that correct?
ako yo tilimbali ya kala tumo mena saro saloto ina tali bulandi muro kono ali tilimbanjun la o fo wala mto nyati ban
Yes.
Before you left Denton Bridge, what happened to your items of clothing that you removed?
ako jannal be buladi saro saloto al ye fengolu menu busi yalla la dondi kol ni samatol ko kali menu wurang mune keta wala
Inata wol be malale.
They burnt all of them.
Dimbala male ya be fire kono.
They started a fire and they threw them all inside.
What items of clothing were included in the fire, as well as other articles that you can remember that were dumped into that fire?
ako foy sa kilo samuta mum fem fasonu le sotonta menu fay wo dimba ko no feto fatolu anim fem ko tangolu mum fen nim mum fenu ye wala busi yalla ka fay dimba ko
Ene den kol bondile
They removed our shirts,
na samatolu
our shoes,
na flakol
our flags,
na banol
our bands,
ye be bonle be fay demba kono.
took all of them and threw them into the fire.
What about, were there any musical instruments, for example, that were burnt?
fo misika wala tantangolu ning kuma fen ko tangolu fo lo sotonta le yol fana lu jani jele bang
Ay tanta wal fana janela.
Yes, they also burnt the drums.
And after they burnt it, what happened?
Rio dimba mala yo fengolu jani wo ko la mune natake
Okola inata mbulane moto ba kono ko moto tamo fengol kam pour moto fana samala.
After that, they boarded us on the vehicle and they asked that the vehicle run over the fire so that it also get burned.
Moto nata bodu woka ndolu moto kono ala nata mandabe moto e manna mala.
The vehicle ran through the fire, but thanks to God, it did not catch fire.
Are you saying that all the people who were at Denton Bridge from the various vehicles that you described were all crammed into this one vehicle?
Ako fo alla mulu men be tartanun saro saloto wolun. Fodu inatali be bulandi o moto ba kilimule kono bang pour kali samba banyuno.
Ha, yembe bulano moto ba kilon kon kan sama banjul.
Yes, we were all boarded on that vehicle to be taken to Banjul.
How were the soldiers, or perhaps I should ask, did the soldiers actually escort you to Banjul?
Ako fo sojaro le bulatal no makal no mahan fo Banjul bang.
Ah, bulata dolbe moto nyato dolbe moto koma.
Yes.
Enne moto bulatema.
Some were in front and others were behind, and our vehicle was in the middle.
Do you know if Yankuba Ture and the others joined them, or did you leave them at the bridge?
Ako fo yalo ne bang Yankuba Ture akafute manyola le kata banyuno bang fodu ngaliate tu saro salol.
Angwa to bira bada saro salo to manna ta yakotake.
Yankuba Ture, when he left the Denton Bridge, I did not see him again.
So what happened next? You were on your way to Banjul. What happened?
Ako tumale besilo kan kata Banjul. Mune nata ke obe kola.
En sambale fo Banjul tamita NIL official la jani be fele State House.
They took us up to Banjul. We passed the NI office before you get to the State House.
Kena do bije yen jindi wala to.
There's a place where they drop us.
Nata be jindi wof nate ko Allah.
They dropped us there and they said they asked us to lie down.
Ofuna forcer le ka forcer la lom de ke forcer le dia ko ya yela.
That one was forcefully. They asked us to lie down.
Be busala kidol be damful.
And if you resisted, they will hit you with a gun butt and they will be kicking you. And forcefully, you will lie down naked.
From Denton Bridge, when your clothes were removed from you, you were transported naked into the vehicle, and you ended up naked at the premises near the NIA. Is that correct?
Ako kabosaro saloto wairi otumo yali uranne yali kanchangol le bulandi o motolu kono kali samba Banjul wonya fo wala muto nyati ali o kanchamal le futata Banjul.
Ah.
You were also barefooted.
Ako otumo fanan ali sinkenchangol lem.
Ah.
Yes.
Tell us what they did to you when you got to this place.
Afonye muna keta birali futata o dinkirato Banjul yali jindi damen kotake.
Iren jindi je fana forcer landile.
So when we disembarked, they kept us there. They will be hitting us with their guns and be kicking us and forcing us to lie down. We lay there, but that was where we got the worst beating.
Are you okay, Mr. Witness? Please take your time.
Ako fo isila watu ta fo abe betari fele bang.
Ah.
Yes.
Are you saying that the treatment that you received in Banjul was worse than the torture that you suffered at Denton Bridge?
Ako ebe nyino fo kanko ye tilimbali ya menkala Banjul wole diminta katambi ye menkala Saros.
Ah.
Yes.
Would it then be correct to say that you suffered additional injuries from those that you suffered at Denton Bridge?
Ako fasi ni mosinyi mfono leko alla bara mulu la fata le je kotake katambi do la menkata saro saloto.
Ah, bar mol la fata le.
Yes, our injuries increased.
Go je fonto modol bi wol bulo katera dol singol katera.
Because at that place there were some that had broken arms, some also had broken legs. I don't know them, but I have seen them, those that had their limbs broken.
Do you know what happened to your brother, for example, and Wandi Jawara?
Wandi Jawara yala kumofo ani fango doma foi hakilo ya mutale menketa wulu labang.
Ah, well funa demolo soto don baramo.
Yes, they also sustained injuries.
Can you remember any other person who sustained injuries?
Apart
from the people you listed? Sorry.
Yemen nuto foten foi hakilo sibula modo laba me ya lon ko ate fanantarta o mo baramaringol le kono.
Hakilo to brata modo la minal ko barmata ba bada boto lungol ma wolije.
Yes, I can recall some, but after that day I did not get to see them again.
Boy kilimbe jawata gunjur le Omar Dabo.
There's one boy from Gunjur, Omar Dabo.
afana batata je bak
He also suffered there. a
ala
lot.
bida bato lungola nen ma jan sai
Since he left that day, I did not see him up to now.
sai nen ma
Up to today, I have not seen him.
What happened after your torture in Banjul?
ko biri ye al tajire ya wonya banjul mune nata ke ukola
abidin pare bidi pare tambala je nata fonga sei
When they were done with us, they told us to go home.
kan force to sendi kabulan no makallifa li bori
They were forcing us, they were pursuing us and hitting us and telling us to run.
ndena tetula koma ntuta koma katon doma bi jento to no la koma
I was behind because my brother was behind and I would not leave him.
so nga try fon dada ngate mutan nata tata nyola
So I tried until I was able to get hold of him and we went together.
So you were being chased despite your injuries and hit again.
ko alna law baramo nyanding ibal noka ibali bayla ibali lipala fa ketole nyamba
ah
Yes.
Where did you go?
biri bota to ite tata mi
birin boto en dada dablo kordato
When we left there, we went to Dabo's compound.
On the way, did anything happen?
albesilo kan tumo men fo ku ketal lale bang fanan silo ka law stato
ah mboto nan singola birin banjun fo futata GTI
Yes, we walked on foot from Banjul until we got to the GTTI.
tambira GTI Johnson do be ka fa ye nyamba Johnson
We passed the GTTI and we got to a Johnson called Nyamba Johnson.
futata don kofta don nga sojarol je ni moto kana ko de kana noma
When we reached there, we took a bend and then we saw soldiers coming after us.
kabir nga lon ko mi sojar mo bo suro o time moto tina wo la nam ko sojar moto bir nga lon ko sojar wala don dol be fay nyamo kono
When we realized that that was a military vehicle, because that time of the night no vehicle was going to be around that area. So when we knew that it was a military vehicle, we all got into the grass and ran away.
sama kono nyamol jam fata so birin tol drofto nyamo kono don ma batam be tankunta je
So it was the rainy season and the grasses were high, we were tall. So when we got into the grass, we just kept still and we hid there.
kabir na je futata je murmunta je e banen troke
When they came to the spot, they went around and they made some abusive insults, insulted our mothers.
ko tata linge mutanon be falal
They said, oh, they have gone. If we had caught them, we would have killed them all.
so fana mbar fo birita 10 minutes o kola 10 minutes nata jon ko sai ma kan tankundal dol fana nata findi nyamo ko don tata
So we waited when they left for about 10 minutes until we found out that the place was quiet. Then we came out of the grass.
During your ordeal from the Denton Bridge incident and overhearing the conversations of Yankubu Ture and during your torture at the NIA, did you believe that you would survive this incident?
ako kabrin kolu ye tajire ya da muta saro saloto kata hanfo ya lisamba damen banjul alni yankuba ture lawo senyololu fo etela miroto yenyi mirale ko fo etebe kanala le bang fo ate watila
hango miro so do bay momo ni la wato man sibi kafa
Yes, I had those thoughts, but when your time is not yet up, you don't die.
ba ning mo sa fo nyawnya
But
ita fo no exactly aketa nyamen fo ning wolu men fo biye
no matter how someone may try to explain to you, you cannot draw a true picture except you were there yourself.
ndol be ajel don baluru mbota je ba mo hakilo ta kan ko e balula
Well, we just found out eventually that we are alive, but at the time, none of us could tell that we would survive it.
And when you're being tortured, did the soldiers say anything to you?
biri bali tajire ya kan wonya kali nyimmantaniya fo sojarol ye kumalle soto kamben nu faale ba
hay kan li paro dum kumol sa manyola le
Yes, they were beaten and making statements also.
kayna tanira ko ntole niyo la ngem bankota
What they were showing us was that they were the ones that put their lives on the forefront and took over the country.
altol tina den science ala fal banko busilan to
And so you will not just come now and want to take this country from us.
And eventually, where did you end up at?
ko be ko la inata laba min tole
obe ko la birum bota daba nata laban koto ma Joshua ol Joshua
So when I left Dabo's house, I ended up with my brother and sister in Joshua.
Sorry, did you say you had a sister?
ako fo e bare musule la kumo foten sai
ha nata laba wala Joshua old Joshua.
Yes, I ended up with my sister at Old Joshua.
What happened at Dabo's residence, and what Dabo are you referring to?
ako mun kata dabo la kordato andu ibe dabo jumale ma wonya
Felwa Dabol.
I'm speaking of Lawyer Dabo.
The leader of the UDP party at the time.
wolam UDP party la nyaton koti otumo
Yes.
What happened there?
mun kata je
Abirin faraje suto 3 kata 4 kan.
We got there in the night between 3 and 4.
Birin faraje wato nga modol taraje because birin bota Banjul mol nganyo sabale.
When we got to the house, we found some people there because when we left Banjul, we dispersed, and so we got there at different times.
Amol taraje batarim bake barama jawbal lebo wala je.
So we found people there who were in a difficult situation, who suffered from serious injuries.
So ndos na tata kafto mol maje.
So we also went and joined them there.
Were they the same people that you were with at Denton Bridge?
ako mo kilingolo ini wala be nyokal non Denton Bridge ye yal tilimbali adame
Yes.
And what state were they in?
wolu be tembe jumal to la be nyaadi le wotumo
Fana be batarin jela de because yelol ka boy be bala.
They were also in great difficulty because they were bleeding.
Did you receive any medical treatment?
ako fo wo kola ina alnata jarro soto le bankali jara
Nata jara lo soto je Dr. Cisse bulu.
Yes, we got treatment from Dr. Cisse.
What kind of treatment did he provide?
ay mun jaral fason no le kala
Ay bodol di molla bod ke sol
He gave us tablets.
dola wala barmonin dress.
He dressed some of the wounds.
Ay dol sama clinic wal dol yelaje.
He took some to the clinics and admitted them.
Do you know where Dr. Cisse's office was located?
ako fo Dr. Cisse la office o dinkiralon ne bang
Aninta mo fata fende danta suol kono.
No, I did not get to his office. I only stopped at his house, at the house, Dabo's house.
Dr. Cisse met you at Dabo's house.
ako fo Dr. Cisse na te tara dabo la bungutul
Yes.
Just looking back on the incident that happened, do you know or do you believe why you were targeted? I mean, UDP and tortured. Do you know why you were tortured by the soldiers?
ako ni aju be ko lata nyamin itela miroroto ya mira mune ya sabu ye nyatiling atella pour kali tajire ya wonya kaw ku dimindingu kala ila miroto mune yo sabu
Del miro to mi o sabu kadu pate jama bi mil lota pour ka president carte fa ninke.
In my thinking, because there were many parties that we are contesting in that election.
Ari ya parti mi mira comme se to laman sakonda boy ndino.
But in their thinking, the party that they believe could defeat their party
Wala UDP de.
was the UDP.
Wala ne kole ko bela UDP kan.
That was why they meted all kinds of hardship on the UDP.
Dun tolimbe supporting na jentol sem fonyo.
So that those of us who were supporting it could just let go,
Tol se sem bosoro.
so that they would they would get the power.
Ya wol wala kam.
And that was the reason why they acted that way.
Did they succeed in intimidating and did they succeed in intimidating you?
folum to nya ilaw manyalo wol yali silandi le bankali kijate
Man selande.
It did not scare us.
What happened at the elections, which were just a few days after? Did you go and vote?
ako mune nata ke carte fayo nyin to wayri otumo carte fayo nyin manjam fa foyte fo nata silo soto le kata yela carte o fay bang
Nata carte fa lembo na sister and carte fa pira.
Yes, I voted. I left my sister's house and I went and I voted in Pirang.
Pita wato min na manson akon kata carte fa.
When I was going, she was not. She refused me to go. She said that I should not go.
Nka imbitala because ndey bata min be soto janka ko fanse carte fa.
I said to her, no, I have to go because after all the hardships that I have gone through, I must vote.
Was ndel carte ke kilo man fo be dabo ganyen da fata ganyen da molong.
Because my single vote, I do not know whether that is what is going to make Dabo win or not.
Wala na fanse ta carte fa do.
Which is why I must make all efforts to go and vote.
Anata mbulanta ta nga fay.
And so she allowed me, and I went and I voted.
nga fay mundo na nata murun Joshua ko rek.
So after voting, I returned to Joshua.
And what happened at that year's presidential elections?
Mune nata ke
Who won?
o sangola carte fay o president carte fayoto dumale gagneta.
E min fode ko ya Jamel gagneta.
Well, what they said is that Yaya Jammeh won,
Bande man song.
but I am in disagreement.
Why do you say so?
Akomuna na ite mansong.
Nde ngal no ko no UDP le gagneta o sang.
Because I know that UDP won that year.
Ko sunde banko be raw na min ker min be banko ka nga belalo.
Because I went around the country, and what is in the country, I know.
Kamo force illa finna diakuya.
To force someone to like you,
Anin kamo bula fambula damen diata etaje.
or to allow somebody to be free to go to wherever they want to go,
Ni ye je kelon.
when you see those kind of people, you can tell.
UDP mole lafta jele tata je.
UDP, the people that came were those that liked the party.
Nyindon APRC wole mol force la pour kana.
But for the APRC, they would force people to attend their rallies,
Problem.
and that was the problem.
What impact, if any, has this whole experience had on your health, for one?
Ako idunta nyimbe menkonoteng ay mune sabu ila balajata kende ala karola.
De kay mo sa fon si so men na problem otide.
Well, for me now, except my chest, which is a problem,
Ko sunde mum de ma songolti.
because I'm a mason.
So ni so promotion la bena do ko mul la komale.
So if your chest is having a problem, that is going to retard your work,
And amuru komale fana.
and it has actually retarded my work.
Because sa ni mol man kafu nyoma nga bula mol kono fansun contract ko pour ngo soto. Nga soto fana ino be mol le command la na hinana nga dengala.
Because now, except if I join with people, I cannot take contracts on my own. And even if I got a contract, I would have to bring in other people to work with me.
Are you the breadwinner of your family?
Itela muela dimbaya balundilati bang.
Ah.
Yes.
How has that affected your ability to take care of your family?
Odung ayela o dimbaya balundo koleyandi nyadile.
Aya koled le because dimbal nin tala nga min soto ko le sama na dimbal ya dom.
It makes life difficult because my family, it's when I work that I'm able to bring something for them to live on.
Sa ni man do ko nda fen soto no la.
So if I don't work, I cannot get anything.
Apart from the physical effects of the torture which you've described here, did you experience any mental effects?
Ako hana manke balajato dimungo nin toroti menketela fo isondo ngoto ila miraroto fo kusoto ntala aye menkela bang.
De ka nimbe kuma folje min soto na min kenal ni ako mira wato min na kasele na bakele.
So each time I recall what transpired in my life, it used to get onto my brain a lot.
Nga mira wato wata kasele na le bo ko la ka man ko kenna.
But after that, it has done nothing to me.
Do you still remain a member of the UDP party?
Ako fanim bidung ibe UDP party le kono bang.
Hansa ambijele.
Yes, up to now, I'm in there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Witness, for your very, very well done testimony. Thank you.
Inumbara bake sedo ye kumolu fo nyamin abetata inumbara bake.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all for the witness.
Inumbara sirantio chairman member commissioner lukono ngobele ngodrone soto.
I hand him over to you.
Bekulu saindila chairman Masai.
Thank you very much, Council, for that, and thank you very much, Mr. Omar Jassey, for agreeing to come and testify before the Commission.
Ako chairman ko ay council numbara ite Mr. Omar Jassey ay ite fanan numbara ay jay pour isonta yana sede arola commission nyatilima.
Like many of the previous witnesses, you had gone through very difficult time in the hands of security elements here in this country.
Ako ko sede dolu fanalu ya itandi nyami yementaki ite fanan dunta kukolen ne kono mfangol la banko la kanto nin tankada bunda la molu kono.
We're truly sorry about that, and we hope that the efforts in this summer commission would help us put together a record of what really happened, abuses and violations, so these things are not repeated again in the Gambia.
ako abe numbara la beton nyimu kuleti membe commission fanande mala ke hammendi ye la du ko ke nyin kamala sinin samo kolu menno ketaten a nyonglu nene kana soto nyim banko kan koteke.
Thank you very much, Emma, for agreeing to come to the commission. I'll ask the commissioners if they have any questions. Then afterwards, if you have any closing remarks, we would allow you to, we give you opportunity to do that.
Ako chairman ko enumbara koteke betun sain commissioner lumen be siringa ni men be tablo to ay bunda yele wolle nimme nyinin kar soto si nyinin ka ne obe banta silang ibina murule ite kan koteke ite fanangan yo ila miraro ilafta kuma kan men sindila gambian koluma isi o kuma kan foyi.
Commissioners, floor is open. Does anyone have any questions? Not. And thank you very much indeed. Mr. Jassey, you have any closing remarks to make?
Ako Mr. Jassey wairi commissioner man nyinin kar soto silang fo ite fango kuma kan lu soto e bella fila même fala gambian koli e be kuma kum fala menna.
Me kuma kum fala menna mbal be konton na tol na konton la.
Yes, my final statement is that I'll begin by greeting all of you.
Bal konton kabira la ke ba da fo mo la banto.
I greet you from your leaders here to the last person here.
Bem fala ko banko kang.
I will say that in the country,
Dolle beta mu Gambia te.
The Gambia belongs to all of us.
In Gambia de data.
If Gambia is developed,
Dolle de data.
we are the ones that are developed.
In Gambia dunta ku kono.
If Gambia gets into some other thing,
Alman kankala la bantolo batala tol Gambia demo.
God forbid that outcome would be shared by all of us.
Maralal mine anko be marakan.
The people that are ruling us,
Ya lonko ndol ikan tolle mara.
let them know that they are ruling over us.
Kantarlal mine anko ye bula kantarola banko kang.
Those that are in the security services that are in the country,
Isa lonko ikan tolle kanta.
they should know that they are there to protect us.
Isa na nyanto dinna.
Let them give us our rights,
Ndol bele nyanto dile lale.
and as we give them their rights too.
Dunia mul katale kana.
In this world, people go and people come.
Yawra man sakondal be nun jang.
Jawara's government was here before,
Anin sojarol.
and the soldiers.
Yawra tata.
Jawara left,
Sojarol tutaje.
the soldiers left we are behind.
Ya jama man sakunda nata.
Yaya Jammeh's government came,
Ya tata.
Yaya has gone.
Yawra ni sojarol ni polisol mine do ko ke.
Jawara, the soldiers and the police that worked with Jawara,
Ini ya jama nata yake ya jama fana tata e tuje.
those people also worked with Yaya Jammeh. Now Yaya Jammeh has gone and he's left them behind.
Do fana nata.
Someone else has come.
Wo fana ni be do ko kele wo fana ni alal wato ba wato mina bola jele.
That one is also working with them, and by God's grace, if his term ends, he's going to leave.
Aben tolni tolle tulajam.
And he's going to leave them and us here.
So sa doman nyofe.
So we should take it easy with each other.
Ube kuto kana telin nyo kan bankun tol dam malum.
So whatever we do, let's do that with honesty, as we are the same people in the country.
Min keta aketa la banta.
Whatever has happened, happened, and it's finished.
Kana so anyo imburu na banko kan.
Let us not allow that to repeat itself again in this country.
Na kumotin sam.
That is my statement.
Thank you very much indeed for your testimony. We will.
Chairman ko enumbara bake ila usede aro kan ila kuma kan lukan.
We will close our proceedings now and resume at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If there are no further questions, we will go ahead and then do that.
Ko nenyinin kar doti je kudo teje membe kala sayin woto misi bi bengo danjang nga janjang fosinin somanda talantang wuli ha wato.
Sorry, see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Meeting is adjourned.
Ngobanta fosinin